The silence still remembers your name. Left the hallway light awake again tonight. Not scared of shadows anymore. Just can't stand the way the silence leans against the floor. Woke up halfway through a dream. Thought I heard you move nearby, but the room stayed cold and weightless, like your voice had slipped outside. Maybe somewhere far from here you finally laid the noise to rest. No more fractured versions of yourself pulling at your chest. No more trying to hold together what was never meant to stay. Just the quiet truth beneath it all when everything else fades. I still reach across the dark sometimes, like you're just outside the frame. But every time my hands fall through smoke without a shade. If you ever find me in my sleep, it's only memory replay. Two hearts drifting out of sync on separate waves. Maybe love doesn't disappear. Maybe it just changes form, turning into small invisible things that still keep someone warm. And if my voice can reach that far, past everything we couldn't say, I hope it finds you somewhere quiet, somewhere the hurt dissolved away. Funny how the world keeps moving, like nothing ever changed at all. Morning trains and crowded sidewalks, same familiar noise. Meanwhile I'm still learning how to carry what remains. Not the grief itself, just the outline that it paints. We spend so long holding on to things that disappear with time. Names, expectations, pride, like they were meant to save us. But the moments that still hurt the most are always small and ordinary. A passing laugh, a half-finished sentence, your voice from another room. Maybe love doesn't disappear, even when the body's gone. Maybe it survives inside the way we keep learning to move on. If there's anything you left me, it's not sorrow, not regret, just the quiet strength to keep becoming someone I won't forget. So I'll open up the curtains, let the morning finally in. Try to live a little softer than I ever did back then. And somewhere in the silence between memory and sleep, I think you'd want me here. Still growing, still becoming me. Chasing circles on a dusty window pane. Every road already mapped before, every sunset calling out my name. The days move by like muted film, different faces, same monochrome view. Nothing broken, nothing wrong, just a ghost of someone I once knew. Then a quiet thought cut through the noise. What if comfort is a gilded cage? What if safety is just where I froze the page? If I only do what I already know, I'll never see how far I can go. Beyond the fear, beyond the doubt, beyond the shell I built myself about. Every step into the unknown feels like losing solid ground. But maybe that's where a new world starts, just beyond the borders of my town. Some lessons only print themselves in the wreckage of a sudden crash. Every mistake leaves a permanent mark, like a map drawn out of smoke and ash. The road ahead still disappears, lost inside a neon haze. But every time I bleed and rise, the mirror reflects a sharper face. Maybe failure isn't the closing door, maybe it's the gravity pulling me toward what I was meant to fight for. If I only do what I already know, I'll never see how far I can go. Beyond the fear, beyond the doubt, beyond the version I figured out. Every step into the unknown feels like breaking my own bones. But maybe that's how we rebuild a heart that's no longer made of stone. Somewhere there's a version of me who never dared to cross the borderline, still standing where I used to be, counting seconds, wasting time. And somewhere else another self is bleeding out under the stars, not because he knows the way, but because he's proud of his scars. If I only do what I already know, I'll never become who I'm meant to be. So I'll keep running through the static, embracing the beautiful tragedy. And every fall becomes a weapon, every scar another guide. The future isn't waiting for me, it's alive, it's screaming. Each time I step outside, the sky looks different from here. The air tastes bittersweet and cold. Maybe I was never lost, maybe I was just letting go. Sometimes I wonder if another version of us differently. I still replay that night sometimes, like changing angles changes truth. Different words inside your mouth, different silence in the room. Maybe somewhere out of reach we stayed long enough to know what we were before the distance turned us into ghosts. Some questions never wanted answers from the life we actually lived. They were looking for another ending. Some questions aren't about the past, they're searching for a world that never happened. A softer goodbye, a different door left open, a version of us that didn't lose momentum. And maybe that's why it still echoes in my chest. Not because it was real, but because it almost existed. Funny how imagination can hurt more than memory, like grieving someone who never got the chance to be. I keep seeing parallel streets with the shadows walking through, two people almost becoming something permanent and true. Maybe longing isn't always for what we had. Maybe it's for what never arrived. Some questions aren't about the past, they're searching for a world that never happened. A quieter war, a slower kind of break in a version of me you still believed in. Maybe somewhere across another way we made it far enough to stay. I don't think I miss you exactly. I miss the gravity of who we could have been. Some questions don't belong to memory, they belong to possibility. Tiny unfinished timelines, still drifting somewhere endlessly. And even now I catch myself listening for a future that never learned how to disappear. Maybe another version of us already knows the answer. Same street, different night, footsteps echo, no one inside. Nothing waiting at the end of the road, still I keep going, just a steady flow. City lights don't say a word, everything's there just slightly blurred. No one beside me, that's alright, I've learned how to walk without needing a guide. There are moments I almost forget how it felt to feel okay, but something stays, it never really fades. It's getting late, but I'm not just drift off track in the quiet where the night still moves. At least I know I still feel something. If today's not where I belong, that's alright, I'll still move on. All the good that I've held before keeps telling me there's still more. Some memories don't disappear, they settle down, just reappear in little things I barely see. Fragments of who I used to be. I'm not stronger overnight, but I'm not breaking like before. Just learning how to carry light and let go of what I can't restore. If it takes time, let it be. No need to rush what's meant to heal. At least right now I know this feeling's real. It's getting late, but I'm not heading back. Let my thoughts just drift off track in the quiet where the night still moves. At least I know I still feel something. If today's not where I belong, that's alright, I'll still move on. All the good that I've held before keeps telling me there's still more. No one needs to understand, as long as I don't lose myself. The road is long, I know that, but I don't have to rush through It's getting late, still walking slow, no need to figure out it all. In the silence I've come to know I can finally hear something. If today's still not enough, I'll be fine, I won't give up. Maybe not now, maybe not soon, but I know I'll feel it again. I see you where I'm supposed to be, and you look at me like you remember.
I blink once, now the room ain't mine. Same wall, same shape, but the light don't align. Every step I take, got a second behind. Like a shadow that's thinking with a separate mind. Door in front, but I know I've been through. Keys in my hand that I never held true. Every little detail starting to skew. Like I'm living two lives from a split point of view. It's not just noise, structure, and space. Another timeline pressing in place. I try to focus, but nothing stays. Every frame overlaps when I look at my face.
I don't know which side I'm in.
You're already crossing in.
Every line is wearing thin, I can feel it under skin. I'm slipping through every version of me. Nothing feels like it used to be. I see it all at the same time, and I don't know which one is real. When it starts to bleed through, I lose what I can feel.
Same voice in my head, but it answers me back. Same path that I chose, but I'm off on the track. Every move that I make got a slight offset. Like a loop in time, I ain't breaking yet. I reach out, but I touch the delay. Like I'm half a second out of my place. Every memory starting to fray. I can't tell what I lived or what faded away. It's getting closer, it's not at a distance. Every version showing resistance. I'm not alone in my own existence. Feels like I'm losing the base of persistence.
You feel me now, don't you try to deny.
I don't know where I divide. life.
This is my life.
This is mine too.
I made this choice.
I made it too.
We're not apart.
We overlap.
We overlap. I'm slipping through every version of me. Every layer is breaking me. I'm losing sense of the line. I may be crossing the line.
When it starts to bleed through,
There's nothing left to hide. You're not watching it. You're inside it now.
The evening chill settles on my skin. The city lights flicker, fading thin. 1,000 windows lives in flow, while I drift here in the afterglow. No voices calling, no names to trace, just quiet thoughts I can't erase. I'm sitting with the sky tonight, watching my heart drift out of sight. No craving for answers, no asking why. Just breathing rhythm with the neon sky of tomorrow decides to fade away. I won't chase it, I'll let it stray. For now I found where I'm meant to be, just me and this infinity. And this infinity. Below the cars like rivers run, chasing a race that's never won. I used to run that silver line. Now I've stepped out and I'm doing fine. If this silence is here to stay, at least it keeps the ghosts away. I'm sitting with the sky tonight, watching my heart drift out of sight. No craving for answers, no asking why. Just breathing rhythm with the neon sky of tomorrow decides to fade away. I won't chase it, I'll let it stray. For now I found where I'm meant to be, just me and this infinity. Perhaps the quiet isn't cold, but a silver thread for me to hold. Nothing's mended, yet nothing breaks. In the stillness, a soul awakes. The wind moves soft, the stars don't rush. Time dissolves into a hush. I'm letting go, piece by piece, into the night. I fall to peace. I fall to peace. picked up, carrying days I left behind. Your shoulders moved a little lighter, like the weight had changed its name. You look familiar enough to recognize, but distant enough to stay strange. For a moment, the city split in two. One road kept you, one road kept me. You walked through another door. I stayed where the hallway bends. Neither of us got everything. Neither of us had to. Maybe your winters came easier. Maybe mine taught me different ways to bloom. I don't need to trade places now. I'm just glad we both made it through. You probably tell a different story when someone asks where you've been. Different photographs on the bookshelf, different scars beneath the skin. Maybe you learn to trust much sooner. Maybe you never learned at all. Maybe happiness arrived unannounced. Maybe it missed your call. Funny how a single step can redraw years without asking permission. You walked through another door. I stayed where the hallway bends. Neither of us got everything. Neither of us had to. Maybe your storms were quieter. Maybe mine carved rivers through stone. Either way, we became ourselves by continuing alone. I used to think there was a better ending, hidden somewhere I couldn't reach. Now I think every ending teaches a different language, and every version learns to speak. You walked through another door and disappeared beyond the frame. I won't follow. You won't return. That's okay. Somewhere beneath another sunrise, you're becoming someone too. While I keep becoming here, a different answer to the same truth. The glass clears, the train moves on, and so do I. Stretching into gold, windows glowing through the cold. The city hums beneath my feet like it's called. demences, filling boxes in my mind, trying to arrange the chaos into neat and perfect lines. And one night I missed the turn and ended up somewhere unknown. Funny how a wrong direction can feel more like home. Every horizon I imagined was smaller than the one ahead. The world is wider than I knew, larger than the maps I drew. Every road I couldn't see, still unfolding endlessly. Maybe I was never stuck, maybe I just hadn't moved far enough to watch the darkness open up and bloom into something new. Like the skyline coming into view. Conversations through open windows, music drifting from passing cars. Everyone is chasing something under different neon hearts. And suddenly it doesn't matter if I'm late or if I'm lost, because the night keeps moving forward without counting what it cost. There are stories still unwritten, waiting somewhere down the line. The world is wider than I knew, larger than the maps I drew. Every road I couldn't see, still unfolding endlessly. Maybe I was never stuck, maybe I just hadn't moved far enough to watch the darkness open up and bloom. No destination, no finish line, just headlights floating through space and time. For the first time, I don't need to know where all of this goes. The world is wider than I knew, brighter than the fears I grew. Every step beyond the frame rewrites who I became, and all the versions left behind fade into the rearview glow as the night unfolds before me. I finally let go. Street lights stretching into gold. The city breathing soft and slow. Windows passing like constellations on the road home. Static in the like somebody left a message the night refuses to kill. I don't remember every word or every face along the way, just fragments burning quietly long after they escaped. Some taught me how to keep moving, some taught me how to leave, some only stayed for a moment but changed what I believed. Maybe we're not meant to hold on, maybe we're meant to carry light, like signal fires in the dark, visible from miles away. People come and go, but something of them stays. A spark inside the static, a shape inside the haze, helping me navigate through unfamiliar space. And even now, when I can't see the road, I still see the glow. Different timelines, different skies, different versions of goodbye. I used to think that losing people meant losing parts of me. Now I know some become echoes, some become gravity. Not every story reaches forever, but every story leaves a trace. Signal fires still burning somewhere, signal fires leading me there. No map, no destination, just light across the constellations. Maybe that's enough not to keep them, just to know they were here. I lay beneath the quiet night, while fading hours drift beyond the moonlit sky. A gentle wind moves slowly through, easing the weight I've carried all this time. The stars unfold above my head, like endless patterns stitched across the dark. Time feels distant, standing still
as every burden slowly falls apart. In this endless night, the sky wraps its arms around me. I close my eyes and let the darkness carry me. No distant noise, no crowded world demanding anything. Only the empty space that softens every wound within. In this endless night, the sky wraps its arms around me. I close my eyes and drift into the quiet sea. Beneath the sky so wide, beyond the edges of what I know, let all my weary thoughts dissolve and rest inside this gentle glow. I'll stay here for a little while, let dreams decide where I should